I'm an English learner and I'm going to share with you the things that I do when I learn English. So, hi again, I'm Marley, short for Mark Louis, which is my real name, and welcome to my channel. Let's get on to the main content. So, first things first, what works for me doesn't necessarily work for you. So, some of the things that I'm going to share with you, you just need to try them on your own, and it's for you to decide if it'll work for you. So I think this is a bit more cliche, but you need to have a notebook for learning English, and you need to write certain vocabularies on it for you to become more knowledgeable on and for you to be able to widen your span of range or topics. So for me, I think this is something that I could add to it. I don't necessarily just write vocabularies that I will not use. I write vocabularies that I know that I would use in context. So the thing is, when I find something on maybe on YouTube or maybe on a film that I think I might be able to use in real life, I would write it. And just because it says vocabulary notebook doesn't mean that it should be only for words. It should also be for phrases, important phrases that you might use. So for example, I like to I really liked the phrase bloody influx of subliminal messaging. So that's a phrase that Emma Watson said when about turning 30, which basically means a message that you feel. So that's a very good phrase to learn and to ponder on. So you just search, the meaning of the phrase, or maybe word per word on the internet, and it's for you to decipher whether you are going to use the phrase. So I think writing phrases, learning phrases is also important because it already establishes a connection between the words, not the words just being on themselves. So try to learn phrases. Okay, the second one is a bit more fun, and I think some of you might be doing this already, so it's also a bit cliche, but I genuinely like this. So this is watching films or movies. So when you try to watch movies, don't go for movies that you don't like and you are just watching it just because of the English, or maybe it was just recommended to you because the English is good. You definitely need to watch something that really interests you, and I could guarantee you that if you watch something that you like, the information or the English that you would possibly absorb in that movie would be retained much more easily. So for me, I easily retain the information that I watch in a movie if I genuinely liked the movie. So this is the last one, and I think this is the most. I think most people miss this very important part of learning English, and that is paying attention to your input. And people are always trying to say things. They want the perfect pronunciation, they want the perfect intonation, they want the great vocabulary, they want the you know deep writing abilities, but they don't give much emphasis on their input. So when we're talking about input, those are your reading and your you listening, and you maybe watching films, for example. That's an input. So you really need to establish a specific input that you're observing, and you really need to immerse yourself on the specific niche or specific type of English that you really want to learn, and you need to pay really good attention to those inputs, because that is what's going to reflect on your output. So for example, I watch YouTube YouTubers, so vloggers. I watch them every single day, the way they talk, the way they come up with their words, the way they their intonation comes out. I really pay attention to every part of their speech, and especially I take note of what they're saying so that I could learn from their own content. So for example, I watch Dr. Reza Sealy, and I watch Ali Abdaal, and also I watch Odysseys, and I specifically like Odysseys' accent, and that's why I'm also trying to copy some of his enunciations. And yeah, those are my most favorite YouTubers, because not only they have the accent that I want to learn, or the English, the choices of words that I want to learn, but also they also have the great content that I like to watch, which makes me much more into and immersed to what I'm watching. So this is not necessarily something that you physically do, it's more of your mental capability. So you need to think of your English learning as as fun as possible, because English learning shouldn't be a hassle, and it shouldn't be something that you feel like it's exhausting for you when you're learning it. You need to be enthusiastic about it. You need to immerse yourself in the way that you're happy when you're doing it. And also you might feel like you are not progressing at all. You don't see any changes in the way you talk, or you don't see any changes in your fluency. It all compounds. And just believe in yourself, and just believe in your capabilities, and especially yourself. You need to really just have the guts and the patience to do the thing. So you shouldn't stop. You shouldn't stop, because from my experience, when you stop doing it, it feels like what you learned from maybe the past couple of months will just go to waste. It'll all get rusty. The way you speak, all get rusty. So you should never stop. And yeah, just like the way you speak your own language every day, you shouldn't stop speaking the language that you're aiming for. Especially English. When you're trying to learn English, you should always speak the language every single day. And someday you will just realize that with hard work and genuine passion for it, you'll definitely be fluent in it. Okay, and that's only for today. This is a very, I think, a very random video, and I don't even know if any of you guys would be watching this. I just really wanted to post something because I want to be consistent with my YouTube, and yes, that's all. So thanks for watching this, and feel free to subscribe, and see you on the next video. Bye.